Cardi B is making money moves to Sin City. It was just announced that the rapper will kick off her first ever Las Vegas residency this spring.
Cardi!
Cardi, this girl is not, this woman, by the way, is not slowing down.
She's a mom now.
She's a mom, so she's gonna have a residency at the Palms Casino Resort's new nightclub, which is called Kaos. Now, this new nightclub, it opens up in April, and it's part of the hotel's nearly $700 million renovation. So Cardi having a residency there, yes, she is helping with the launch. She's really going to put it on the map as we're talking about it now, but we're hearing that she's going to have about 5 to 6 dates. This isn't like a giant residency like Britney Spears or J-Lo, but it's going to be...
I mean, it's huge.
It's a huge deal, but tickets are going to go on sale.
And it's probably a huge check.
It's right, and it's a new
big investment in that place.
And it's a new face. This is not the Osmonds in Vegas anymore. Everybody is doing these residencies. It's Lady Gaga, Drake, Britney, Mariah, J-Lo, Cardi. She's doing it. But Cardi is super busy, as we mentioned. Cardi, she's also starring in a new Pepsi commercial. Yes, this is for a Super Bowl Pepsi commercial, and she just dropped a teaser for it. Take a look.
Why is that so funny? Why is that amazing? Why does just everything she does work?
I just want to watch her all day.
As Meek Mill gets ready to make his SNL debut this weekend, the rapper just announced a new project with Jay-Z at an event in New York City. And Angie, you were front and center.
I was there. I love this event. I love this event. I love this event. And there's a lot of people that feel strongly that the criminal justice system needs some serious reform. Well, they have combined forces and announced yesterday an alliance to make some real change. So Meek and Jay-Z, of course, the big thing about this is that they put $50 million behind this initiative. Wow. So like Van Jones, who they put in charge of the whole thing, I guess he's the CEO of the alliance, he's been doing this work for 20 years. He's been doing reform work for 20 years, but not with this type of money. Like this could really make some change, and they're really trying to do big things around probation laws, and I think that it was 1 million people that they're trying to get out of prison. That's the goal. And
in 5 years.
It was a really powerful event, and it was emotional. Like Van, like I said, he's been doing this work for like over 20 years. So there was a moment where do you know Victory?
Yeah, Victory. We actually profiled her on our show. We did the
she performed. Yeah, there she goes. And Van actually was getting Victory Boy. Van was getting emotional when she was singing. I think it meant that much to him what was happening in that moment. And also Meek had a little moment too. He posted a picture of the breakfast that they all had. Oh, there's a quote I have to read his post. He just was in awe of the people that were sitting at these tables, these billionaires, and he was like, "I'm sitting next to Hove. What should I say? Be cool, Meek." Like he was talking to himself. There it is.
He's telling himself. He's like,
"I'm really in the mix." Like he was really just having a moment, appreciating the moment, appreciating what was happening.
We're starting out with Lauren Sanchez. She's become a household name after we broke the news she snatched billionaire Jeff Bezos from his wife of 25 years.
Yikes.
Now we've got the exclusive that all this attention might be going to her head. So she was in New York City, and we hear that she made quite an entrance at an upscale eatery on the Upper East Side, Sette Mezzo in New York this week. This is what our spy told us. They said that she walked in, and she walked in as if she owned the place. They said they wouldn't have noticed her, except she had this air of like, I've arrived. She walked in and waited for everyone to acknowledge her.
She wanted people to know that she walked into the room.
Exactly.
Okay.
In fact, they said it was as if she acted like she was an actress or something, and then she walked to the back of the room, and they said that she was so demanding that, in fact, this is exactly what they said. She, quote, demanded attention. She had a bleep-eating grin on her face. You know what that means.
She pissed somebody off in that way.
Right? With that attitude. But they told us that nobody recognized her. But funny enough, there were some famous folks in the restaurant while she was there. Paul McCartney. Yes.
Wow.
Beatle Paul McCartney. Wow. He was there having dinner with his wife,
small group
Nancy.
by the name of the Beatles.
Exactly right,
right?
You've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that Sir Paul McCartney was getting the attention, if I had to guess. Just saying. But speaking of Lauren and Jeff Bezos, new photos have emerged of them at the Santa Monica airport holding hands before a trip on a helicopter. Now, here's the interesting thing. These are new photos that just surfaced, but these photos were actually taken back around Halloween, which was a few months before their affair, hit the public. So it just shows they were enjoying each other's company. The Mooch's run on Celebrity Big Brother was even shorter somehow than his time in the White House.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say, Carlos. Last night's episode of the show ended with him vowing he wouldn't quit. Take a look.
Let's face it, I've been fired before, but I'm not a quitter.
All right, well, turns out, looks like he is a quitter. He left the show before Big Brother's first eviction to fly to Davos, Switzerland, which is why we're saying to Anthony Scaramucci, it's time for you, sir, to take a seat. Okay.
Siéntate.
So, say that again, Angie.
Siéntate.
I love it. All right. So the Mooch was spotted in Davos mingling with billionaires. He's always usually there. But here's what's confusing. The first live elimination is not until tomorrow. So he somehow turned around time. He's across the country, across the world. Well, that's because clearly he left. Because the thing with Celebrity Big Brother, the whole purpose is you're locked in the house with cameras 24/7 until you're voted out. But he got out before the vote happened.
He knew he was getting out of there.
I think so too.
It was a plan.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. Because he's in Davos. Not only that, he's there every year.
Right.
So he planned to be in Davos.
I think so too. But you know what I'm going to say? We've had the Mooch here on Page 6 TV. He's a friend of the show. So I'm telling you, Anthony Scaramucci, we're very confused. Please call us. Tell us what happened. What happened?